Alright, and welcome back to the Darkest Dungeon. We are in week number 15. We got a pretty solid amount of level 3 characters, 2 full groups to be honest, and they are slowly but surely going down to 0 insanity, so we can use them. At the moment we're playing the group of 80, Dark Tower Noxus, Phil Frey, and Mules. Double healer comp with nice man-at-arms in front. So far, it worked out splendid, and this time we're going back to the runes, although it's already level 3, but I want to have this Abomination, rare trinket, and we also would have a lot of gold in here. So both of these options motivate me to go into the dungeon. Double healer doesn't require too much food, but we will require some light and 1 medical herbs. So you can already see that we're getting lower on gold again. The constant upgrades for armor and weapons are keeping me quite busy for now, but I assume that will be better once we're getting deeper into the game. Plus, keep also in mind that so far we haven't used the Antiquarian, which really is one of the classes that if you're having monetary issues, you might want to consider going into a group with the Antiquarian. It's a very weak class, but it increases the loot that you're gaining. So I am currently waiting for a highwayman in our weekly circle, because the highwayman was the class that uses riposte quite frequently, and the antiquarian is a class which is really not good. It has the low stats in all regards, deals almost no damage, and has a very weak healing on top of it. So if you want to work with the Antiquarian, you need to do some tricks. And one of the tricks is the only really good skill that it has is a skill called Guard Me, which forces another character to take damage instead. So I am trying to combine the Highwayman with the Riposte and the Guard Me together, and basically forcing the enemies to, whenever they attack the Antiquarian, to effectively attack the Highwayman, and therefore taking a riposte hit. If the things turn out as I think it should, that could increase the damage substantially and would negate some of the disadvantages that the Antiquarian is bringing to the table. This here is going to be a longer dungeon setup. We had a couple of short runs. I personally prefer the long ones, not only because the loot is better, but also because we will get more XP and more gold out of it.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
And with 90% of room exploration, this whole run here is pretty straightforward.
Executed with impunity. Be gone, fiend.
Yeah, that was a great encounter.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall. Another one falls. Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Yeah, we're getting low hit point enemies, which, if they're being surprised like they had been a couple of times, it's not really a challenge.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Nice. With the map, we found a lot of the curios. That's already helpful. And we see the room battles with curios. Usually, the curios in the rooms are the ones that are more valuable. For instance, cleansing of quirks or permanent buffs until next rest. We're going to go this way and then all the way up here, which should be sufficient to finish 90% of the rooms.
The promise of safety.
This is where we use our herbs. We had been lucky that we could use them.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Still waiting for the secret room. I'm pretty sure there is a secret room. The big fat 10,000 gold pieces secret room. There we go, next heirloom chest.
Back to the pit.
Oh, nice. So much for not getting stressed out. Yeah, well, that encounter was rather easy. I love the party. That combination seems to be quite potent. The bleeding effect is less potent against undeads, but we're still dealing significant normal damage.
A fortune waiting to be spent.
Dodge, and he gives up stun resist and move. No, thank you.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born. The abyss returns.
If these stress-infusing monsters are focusing on one character, it can get quite nasty. Luckily for us, if we just kill everyone before they even have a chance to react, it is pretty easy.
The slow death, unforeseen, unforgiving.
Yeah, and I like the man-at-arms. I really like the stunning capabilities. He fits wonderful into this group, so I think that's a good setup. I guess I'm going to keep these guys.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. Cruel machinations spring to life with a singular purpose. Watch your step.
So the enemies so far haven't been really problematic. The traps were causing some stress. And that's the first time that we are being surprised. Interesting. And by looking at the level of mobility that we do have, even the shuffling didn't really matter all too much. There's yet another treasure chest. I'm thinking about whether or not we should strategically rest here. I'll just take away as much stress as possible, and we're just going to rest after this. I mean, we don't need to, per se.
So too will resistance.
But it wouldn't hurt either, so might as well take our first rest here.
A spark without kindling is a goal without hope.
Good. First things first. We're not being ambushed. Secondly, stress reduction. Thirdly, nice little damage buff. And fourthly, yet another nice little damage buff. So that worked out well.
In radiance may we find victory.
Damn you, we still do not have any...
Ambushed by prowling.
We still do not have any hidden room here. We've had so many scoutings, but no hidden room so far. I'm disappointed.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
So I think we're almost done. One or two more rooms.
A dizzying blow to body and brain.
Oh gosh.
Decisive pummeling. A trifling victory.
We are running out of out of room for our gold. That is never good. We have a lot of food, maybe too much. We will need the torches. Let's get rid of one of the journal pages. No, we're not going to use our last shovel for loot. Oh, nice. We killed both of them. I think we're going to get rid of our last key. Damn. Of course, it's a locked sarcophact. Thought it was a normal one. My bad.
Curious is the trap maker's art. His efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes. The ground quakes.
So I think overall this should be the last room. Although, no, it's not 90%. We need this room, probably even one more afterwards.
Impressive. This expedition at least promises success.
Good, we just got rid of our last shovel. Ah, fuck my life, look at that. There's the hidden, the secret door. We have no key left. I really wish we would have a key, because that increases the loot by so much more.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Of course. Now we find another key. That key could have been worth probably about 10,000 gold. Let's see, we're fine. Yeah, we're fine. Too bad. The game was trolling me. So we still got 12,500 out of it. We could have gotten over 20,000. We would have played it the right way. Plus 10% damage for torch above 75 is great. That's a really good one. Having 2 diseases is really bad. That's the opposite of great. But we're still going to use the group one more time, because they are so close to hit level 3. Going to do some town action, and we'll be back with the next adventure, guys.